Did you know that bees are responsible for pollinating nearly 70% of the crops we eat every day? This means that your morning coffee, almonds, apples, and even chocolate owe their existence to these tiny buzzing heroes. But bees aren't just about food production. Their world is packed with secrets, fascinating behaviors, and surprising abilities that most people don't know about. Let's start with something truly mind-blowing. Bees can recognize human faces. Despite having brains the size of a sesame seed, bees use a process called configural processing, similar to what humans use, to remember and distinguish individual faces. This ability helps them navigate their environment and avoid threats. Imagine a creature so small yet so smart, nature's tiny geniuses. Inside the hive, life is a non-stop buzz of activity. A single colony can have up to 60,000 bees, each assigned a specific role. The queen is the heart of the hive, capable of laying up to 2,000 eggs per day. Worker bees handle everything else, from cleaning the hive, feeding larvae, guarding the entrance, to foraging for nectar and pollen. One of the most incredible behaviors bees exhibit is the waggle dance. When a worker bee discovers a rich source of nectar, she returns to the hive and performs a dance that conveys detailed information about the location, how far away it is, in which direction, and how rewarding the flowers are. This form of communication is so precise that her sisters can fly straight to the exact spot. Think of it as a secret code that keeps the colony united and efficient. But bees aren't just amazing workers, they are master architects as well. They build their honeycombs in perfect hexagonal shapes, which is the most efficient shape in nature. This geometry uses the least amount of wax to store the maximum amount of honey. Architects and engineers have studied this design to inspire structures from space stations to skyscrapers. Now, here's a surprising fact. Bees have a collective decision-making process when it's time to find a new home. Scout bees explore possible sites and return to the hive to vote by performing dances. The hive then reaches a consensus, choosing the best option based on the strength and number of dance signals. It's democracy with wings. Despite their incredible abilities, bees face serious challenges. Pesticides, habitat loss, climate change, and parasites like the varroa might have caused a drastic decline in bee populations worldwide. This decline threatens not only the bees, but the entire ecosystem and our food supply. Without bees, many fruits, vegetables, and nuts would become scarce or disappear altogether. However, there's hope. Around the world, beekeepers, scientists, and environmentalists are working tirelessly to protect and support bees. People plant bee-friendly flowers, reduce pesticide use, and create habitats in urban areas. Even small actions, like building a bee hotel or planting wildflowers on a balcony, can make a difference. You might wonder, how can you help? Start by planting native flowering plants that bloom at different times of the year, providing a steady food source. Avoid pesticides and herbicides in your garden. Support local honey producers who practice sustainable beekeeping. Educate your community about the importance of bees. Let's also talk about honey, nature's sweetest gift. Honey is remarkable because it never spoils. Archaeologists have found pots of honey in ancient Egyptian tombs over 3,000 years old that are still edible. Honey also has antibacterial and antioxidant properties, making it not just delicious, but beneficial for health. It has been used in traditional medicine for centuries, helping to heal wounds and soothe sore throats. But bees contribute much more than just honey. Beeswax is used in candles, cosmetics, and even in making musical instruments. Royal jelly, a secretion used to feed queen larvae, is prized for its nutritional and medicinal qualities. Bee venom is being studied for potential treatments in autoimmune diseases and cancer research. Here's a fun fact. A single bee produces only about 1/12 of a teaspoon of honey in its lifetime. To produce just 1 pound of honey, bees must visit around 2 million flowers and fly over 55,000 miles, more than twice around the Earth. This makes honey production a truly collective effort. Bees also have an amazing memory and can learn complex tasks. Studies show that bees can understand the concept of zero, count up to 4, and even solve simple puzzles to get a reward. This intelligence surprises scientists and challenges how we think about insect cognition. In terms of social behavior, bees are incredibly cooperative. When a threat approaches the hive, guard bees will sound an alarm by vibrating their bodies and releasing pheromones. The entire colony reacts swiftly to defend their home. This level of organization and communication is extraordinary for such small creatures. Climate change, however, is causing shifts in flower blooming times and disrupting the delicate timing between bees and their food sources. This mismatch threatens bee survival and highlights the urgent need for environmental action. In urban areas, innovative projects are creating bee-friendly environments. Rooftop gardens, wildflower meadows, and protected green spaces provide safe havens for bees amidst the concrete jungle. Cities like Paris and London have launched initiatives to support urban beekeeping, which also helps raise public awareness. So, what's the takeaway? Bees are tiny yet mighty creatures, whose survival is vital for our planet's health and food security. Their intelligence, teamwork, and resilience are awe-inspiring. Next time you see a bee buzzing around, remember that you're witnessing one of nature's most incredible engineers and heroes at work.